Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Find Your Fridays. It's me, Lorene. How are you? Woo-wee! Yes, my friends, I am back. We've had a wonderful time off, I guess. I've had a wonderful day today. Yes, a wonderful day today. So let me just jump over to Facebook and just do this last little wee bit of background stuff so that we can get all of that sorted. And open that up, please. Great. All righty. And we're back. Love it. Cool bananas. That is all that done. I will now shut that down. Awesome. Hope you are all having a great day, weekend. All right. So what have we got happening with the planets over this next week? That's a jolly good question, Lorene. Okay, we are here. Oh, we've got the lunar eclipse on Tuesday. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Because today is definitely the 27th. Yes, today is the 27th. So, yes, this explains a lot about why the energies are so and have been for the last couple of weeks, yeah? Or the last couple of weeks. Good evening, Melinda. Good evening. All right. Just pop that there for now. Let's get my cards out for the weekly reading. Excellent. Hi, Edwina. Hello, darling. Okay. Oh, we're getting very jumpy today. So did you all catch that we're now in Mercury retrograde, but it's in the sign of Pisces this time? And so that's really fascinating considering, and that's going to be lasting right through till the 20th of March. So this, of course, not of course, because if you don't know, you don't know. With it being in the sign of Pisces, it's a lot of energies around emotional stuff. So this Mercury retrograde isn't so much about your computer systems or anything like that going a bit haywire. It's more about being extra sensitive to people's emotions and energies and, just really perceiving the finer details of where you're at, where other people are at, all that sort of thing. So that's really what's up over this next, what would it be? 1, 2, 3 weeks. So that's something to be aware of, like just that little bit more compassion, a little bit more patience with each other, and see it as an opportunity to grow. Absolutely see it as an opportunity to grow and just see what's beyond or underneath that little wee emotional outburst of your dear family or friends. But let us have a look at this weekly reading. That's it for this one. Cool. The weekly reading for the collective from the 28th of February through to the 6th of March. Whoa! How did we get through to March already? I don't know. I really don't. All right. So for the collective, and this is, of course, including the lunar eclipse, which is on the 3rd of March. So that's the full moon. We've got so many energies going on right now. That's why everybody is so wackadoodle. There's a lot of stuff around. I've seen, I think it was Alex Miles was talking about a whole bunch of body stuff, dizziness, headaches, tightness of the muscles, just all of that sort of stuff. Now, if you've been following me for a long time or a short time, you'll know that this book here, Ina Segal's book, is really, really useful for identifying what emotional energy is stuck in your body. Now, part of the reason why I was not here last week is because I had a whole bunch of energy stuck in the top part of my neck and into the base of my skull and going down into my shoulder. And it was very painful. And I did so many things around that. And I did somatic shaking. I went to the physio twice. I had a massage. I did drank, I don't know how many cups of Tulsi and nettle tea. I didn't take any pills for it. I don't tend to take pills unless it's absolutely desperate, like I'm going to have to go to hospital. So I was doing all the natural stuff. It wasn't until I pulled out this beautiful book here and did the processes that are sitting in here, and particularly around a couple of different emotional things, that things suddenly got a hell of a lot lighter. And then today I've had a energy healing swap, and I also ran some processes on another person, and oh my goodness, everything is just like I'm feeling great. But all of that is to say, Ina's book is absolutely incredible. And the best thing about it is that, like, and this is where people kind of only do half the process, but I'm going to talk a bit more about that after I finish the weekly reading for everybody. If you're interested, let me know if you're interested in me describing a little bit more how to use Ina's book. Hello. All right. So for the collective, we have divine order. So this course, remembering that this is the reading for the 28th of February through to the 6th of March, including that lunar eclipse, including the full moon, including the fact that we've gone into Mercury retrograde and all the other shit. Okay. So divine order. When everything feels like chaos, the best thing to do is to remember it's all divine order. And while it doesn't make sense to us, it makes sense in the greater scheme of things. Okay, so when this card comes up, that shows me that a lot of people are going to be incredibly confused about what's happening this week. Why is everybody going absolutely bonkers crazy? Why is the traffic nuts? Why is my work colleagues bonkers? Why are my kids going absolutely feral? Why do I feel like 1 minute ripping someone's head off and then the next minute, sitting in a puddle and crying my little eyes out? That all of that sort of energy, that's what's going to be coming up this week, I feel. So divine order, there's a reason for it, and it's about releasing emotions. It's about releasing that grief. It's about releasing the sadness. Now remember, everybody, we are no longer, test this for yourself. If you've got your own awareness tools, right, test this for yourself. Truth, are we still in 3D? My body says no. Truth, are we in 4D? My body says absolutely fucking yes. Right? So the 4D realm is where all of our emotions sit, which is why all of these things are cropping up right now with the planets and the moons and the eclipses and the solar flares and all the things to show Yes, you are indeed in the fourth dimension. Yes, you're here to deal with your emotional bullshit and your emotional backlog that you've been trying to ignore for your whole life. No, you can't ignore it anymore. Now is the time. Now is the time to deal with it. That's why it's so rough on some of us, and why some of us are choosing to not be here anymore, because it's too much. It's like they just like, I'm not going to do that. Right? So that's part of it. Divine order. Everything is happening for a reason. Try and find your reason. Okay. We've got beloved one, which says, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship, which tells me relationship issues are going to be high on the list this week. So we get, like I said before, we've got chaos out in the wild. There might be a bit of chaos at home. Now, if you're single and you're seeing this card, be aware that your beloved one might be with yourself. So where are you resisting and reacting to your own gifts? Where are you resisting and reacting to your own amazing magic? Where are you not allowing yourself to have the best, absolute, most amazing version of you? My version of this is, where am I not allowing myself to have fun? Interesting, right? That was something that was revealed to me today. Where am I not allowing myself to have fun? Or if I did allow myself to have fun, everything else would just feel so much better, right? Whoo-wee. This next one is interesting, and I'm going to put it out to a challenge to all of you, as well as myself, and I'm going to put a reminder note for me. We've got chakra clearing. Now, we have 7 days. We have 7 major chakras. We have a lot of other minor chakras. What if each day you focused on one of the chakras for the next 7 days? How much better might you feel? I would suggest you start from the base chakra and work your way up, because that's generally how the clearings happen, right? And see what else can be released. So perhaps on the first day, maybe tomorrow, you wear red. Wear something red if you can. Wear red underwear. Ooh, spicy. But bring the red color into your life. And that will also remind you, or if you don't have any red underwear, maybe you've got a red piece of jewelry or a red piece of clothing or something like that. And just bring in these other colors so that you can be reminded every time you see it, oh, must focus on that. And just send some energy through that chakra and encourage it to whichever way you prefer, whichever way feels right for you, whether it be opening it out like a big, beautiful flower or making it spin. Test it. See what works for you. You can't do any harm, okay? When your intention is to help your chakras flow with more ease and be better and greater, just do it for whatever works for you. You know, you could have multiple times a day. It might be just for a few seconds. It might be for a minute. It might be for 20 minutes. See what works for you, okay? And when you start getting into the flow of it, it's like, oh, actually, yeah, I can feel that moving now. Oh, wow, okay, cool, right? And keep working with each chakra as you move through. That'll help give you more stability over this week while everybody else is going absolutely batshit crazy. Enjoy. Let us have a look at our yummy card for this. The power of healing. It is in your hands. You have the ability to choose it. The key word for this week is healing. Look, healing. This is the key word for this week. Every time you come across somebody who pushes your fucking buttons, look at what is underneath that is mirroring me to me. So say you come across somebody, come across somebody who is, gosh, treating other people really poorly. Like, think bad customer service, right? And it really irritates you. Why does that irritate you so much? Because the thing is, it wouldn't activate you if there wasn't something in there that you haven't processed properly, all right? Obviously, that's running a bit of energy for me today. So bad customer service. What's your awareness about that? Why does that, like, for what reason does it make you sort of get a little bit tetchy? It's like, And for me, it's about being on the receiving end of poor customer service. I don't like it. So therefore, I have this point of view that if I don't like it, then I'd rather not be involved with people who are perpetrating it, like perpetrating bad customer service. And therefore, if I can then influence in some way to help them to not do that behavior, cool. And underneath all of that bad customer service stuff is that feelings, if I go back a little bit further, dig a little bit further. This is what I do for myself all the time, right? You dig a little bit further and you find out, oh, well, what is it about bad customer service that upsets me? Okay. It's that it reminds me of times in my life where I've felt neglected. It reminds me of times in my life where I've felt abused, verbally abused, where I've felt emotionally manipulated. And so that's when you sort of start tugging away at those deeper chords, you'll know, they'll twang. That'll make you go, ooh. And it could even be where you may have been that in a previous time in your life. You know, maybe you've been the one that's been an absolute ass and treated people poorly. Hi, Tamara. And because nobody's perfect, right? And maybe that's what twangs at you, you know, when you've been the one and then you've had to grow and change from that, and then you see it from the other side and you're like, oh, that didn't feel great. Hi, Delaney, how are you? How are you? How are you? So, yeah, I'd just like to extend to you all a peaceful week to come, even though it's not going to be. Do focus on, given that we've had chakra clearing as our last card, focus on a chakra each day of the week over this next 7 days to help bring you some calmness and grounding. Might bring up some stuff that you might like to do some journaling on. Or release work or energetic work. Just wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But basically, don't be surprised when people around you are going a bit lulu this week. Make space for yourself. Don't dive into that raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions and bullshit. Don't do it this week. Show your sovereignty by remaining grounded within you and taking good care of you. Delaney, you said you got a sty in your right eye. I had one in my, this one, so it would be my right eye as well. Funnily enough, wasn't what, it was just because I'd gotten some dust down there from a window clean. And it was my body just working its way back out. So it took a few days, a couple of days of being red and sore and not nice looking. And then I woke up one morning and I just looked in the mirror. I went, oh, sweet. And there was like, and then lovely. All done. So there we go. Relationships might be a little tough this week. Don't make big decisions about relationships this week. Be very methodical, slow down, calm. You got it. Star Wars 333 W171 keepers. Hi. Okie dokie. So let me see. Haven't seen the first one come up yet. So Tamara, my love, what is your question? Now, the reason for those of you who are tuning in, the reason why Tamara is coming up first is because she's very smart and she's put in a donation. You see this little thing that runs across the bottom of my screen here? Yeah. That's showing you how to do a little donation, a wee donation of what you would like to choose. And yeah, I will do an extended reading for you. And Tamara and then Edwina are both very smart because they put them in advance before the show even starts because they're smart ladies. Delaney, do you have Ina Segal's book? Just curious. Might be a good chance to have a little bit of an experiment. Okay, who wishes to come and play with Tamara today? Yes. Cool. Ooh, and one of those. Oh, this is always a tricky one to get out. No, you don't have a... Ooh, goody. Are you familiar with the other side, the other one, Louise Hay? Are you familiar with Louise Hay as well? One of my friends, she has both books, but she'll often refer more to Louise Hay. I'm an Ina Segal girl. I do have Louise Hay as well. You Can Heal Your Life. So, yeah, interesting. I'll come back to that, Delaney, after I've done Tamara's reading. And we'll have a little play with Ina. Oh, that's cute. Fun times happening with the cards this evening. Tamara said, I can also highly recommend Metaphysical Anatomy by Yvette Rose. I haven't got that one. So did anybody else attend the healing summit that was done last week? Yes, last week with lots of really good people. There was, hang on, let me just jump in here. I don't think I got rid of all of them. Oh, oops. Hang on just a moment. Okay. So it was with Dr. Gabor Mate, or Mate, yes, Dr. Gabor Mate, and Dr. Bessel van der Klok, and Marissa Peer, and Tim Fletcher. Did any of you see that popping up? It was a 3-day event, or it occurred over 3 days for about an hour and a half to 2 hours each day. And it was really, really interesting. The conversation with day 2 dude. I think that was Tim Fletcher, I think. And they were talking about healing trauma and stuff like that, and different ways of doing it, talking about a little bit of psychotherapy. Tim was talking about psychedelics. There was a lot of stuff around, there was some hypnotherapy type stuff. There was just some really interesting conversations, and conversations about the differences between the heart, the body. So yeah, it was very, very interesting, very interesting. But one of the things that really got me just like, oh, now that makes sense, is that, man, it wasn't Tim Fletcher. Hang on just a second. I'm just going to open that up for a second.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Shush. Shush. Shush already. I need to open that up. Because he's not showing the name at the bottom. That's annoying. Maybe it was Dr. Bessel. I think it might have been Dr. Bessel. He was the one that was talking about psychedelics and stuff. And he said that when it came to trauma, healing trauma and using psychotherapy, so talk therapy, they've discovered that he was headlining a couple of $1 million research project. And they discovered that people who do just straight psychotherapy, they get some results, but it's not that great. It's not long lasting. They tend to revert. People who get, in their studies, people who get psychotherapy plus psychedelics together, working together in a very controlled way, and supported and are very careful with that, have fabulous results. And it's because of the fact that the psychedelics work on the neural pathways and encouraging the brain into neuroplasticity. And so that basically means your brain can unclog energetically, right? And the interesting thing that made me go, oh, that's why I've never wanted to do psychedelics, is because he said the only other time he's had similar results is when you're working with an energy healer. And he mentioned it a few times, actually. And he said that because energy healers, such as little old me over here, we deal on the energy of the body, not how the mind works. And that in and of itself encourages the neuroplasticity of the mind, but also of the body releasing the energy that's stuck within it. And I'm like, yes, exactly. And it's funny because every time I talk to somebody who's had like a psychedelic experience, and they talk to me about the things that they've had happen, and I go, I've experienced that sort of stuff, but without drugs. I do it through my healing work. I do it through regression work. I do it through there are times when I've received healings from other people, and that has absolutely happened to me. My body's just, and I'm like, that makes so much sense. I've been saying for many years, I'm high on life. I don't require to do drugs or take alcohol because I feel high on life. So there we go. Something interesting for you to consider. All right, Tamara. Ooh, what some interesting cards you have. Okay, just checking if it was meant to be upside down. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Alrighty. So the first card that we've got for you, and we are working initially from the Mystical Healing deck from beautiful Ina Segal, funnily enough. We love this deck. It's like the mid-range deck of the ones that I have, of hers, where it's like, it's just kind of, it's to the point, but it's not too blunt. Because we all know the other one could be a bit blunt. All right. Step into the unknown. It's time for you to trust your inner calling. This could relate to starting a new business, starting a new business, starting a family, or doing a course of study that you've been putting off for years. You may feel like you are ready to move to another city or a country, or simply travel to a particular place. Whether it's a possibility of romantic relationship, new type of friendship, or an innovative venture, there are higher forces propelling you forward. The possibilities being presented to you are part of your growth and are connected to you fulfilling an important aspect of your life purpose. Be attentive to small details. That's really important. And Mercury retrograde this time round, especially, in this next couple of weeks, will make this very important for you. Pay attention to the finer details. Okay. Things are going to feel a lot slower, but it's important that you do. Because your real transformation might come in surprising ways or from unexpected sources. Be flexible about doing new things in a new way with an open mind. While discernment is necessary, look for the signs that show you are on the right track. Trust that you are being guided. So that was card number 30, if you want to write it down, because I know you've got this deck. So yeah, you'll see when I go through the rest of these cards that it's going to be an interesting week for you. So you've basically got to step into the unknown of what you don't, there's something you're holding back on. And I get more of it's a creation that you're kind of like, oh, I don't know about this one. All right. And this next card, I'm curious to see what the write-up is, but my awareness around this one, which is let go of addiction, or break addiction, I should say, it's more about the addiction to holding yourself back. That's my awareness. When I look at this and I saw that, my initial awareness was it's the addiction of thinking that you're less than what you truly are. So just be aware of that, okay? So I'm going to read what it says here now. Let go of your addictions. All habits are an attempt to suppress uneasy, undesired feelings by using outside means to alter one's mood. On the deepest levels, your negative habits are trying to direct you towards a search for the spirit. A negative habit first occurs in the astral body when your I am, or the part of you that has strength to guide the body, weakens. The longer that you entertain the negative habit, the stronger it becomes. Then it enters your etheric body where it becomes an addiction. Whatever your addiction is, whether it is to gambling, food, alcohol, success, coffee, drugs, worry, drama, criticism, seeing something wrong with your body, spending more money than you have, stressing or focusing on lack, etc. It's time to go within and gain back your autonomy. Recognize that you are stronger than this addiction and have the power to overcome it. You can rebuild your inner strength and self-belief. Okay? So stop holding yourself back. And that's what this week's going to show you, is all the lovely little places that you're holding yourself back from achieving your life purpose. Okay. It might get a bit emotional. Okay, this next card, and that was card number 5. This next card, I just love how your team likes to give you little nudges on, and here's how you can do it. And we've got this one, which is card number 35, which is unlock your heart. Okay. Pain can cleanse the way to profound wisdom. If you keep protecting yourself from being hurt, you will stop yourself from experiencing an intimate, delicious, earth-shattering, life-enhancing, sacred relationship. When a protected heart bursts open, there is pain, sadness, fear, rejection, brokenness, and a whole host of other unprocessed emotions. But nothing compares to the possibility of listening, trusting, and following the ancient wisdom that lives in a heart that has gone through pain, struggle, and loss, and come out the other side with warmth, humility, compassion, and selfless action. An open heart is your true guide towards your greatest goodness. Goodness you can give and goodness you can receive. So don't allow pride, hurt, and fear to keep this most exquisite part of yourself shut off. Instead, listen and allow this part to have the opportunity to guide you towards self-knowledge and intimate knowledge of another who you yearn for. Allow all that is love in. This includes for the business and your creations. Now, if you've made workshops or courses or whatever in the past and had not too many people sign up, don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. Don't close off your heart to creating more things, because the energy of those past creations are still contributing to the new ones. And that it slowly builds up and builds up and builds up until suddenly you've got workshops that are packed out. It takes time. We're not always going to get a fully booked house right at the beginning, or even, a wee while into it. Sometimes it takes time. So don't doubt yourself. You've got a lot of knowledge and a lot of magic to share with other people and receive as well. Because as you know, every time we're facilitating a workshop, a class, or whatever, we always receive. It's us healers. It's our job. We give and we receive. Because the thing is, if you've ever received an energy healing session from someone who is closed off in their heart space, it's wonky. And quite often there's a lot of resistance and a lot of ego. Like it just feels like they're a little bit arrogant. And it's like, it just doesn't feel nice. And I've struck that a few times, not too many, but a few times. And sometimes it's because, like in the modality that I used to play with a lot, somebody had come in from another modality and they're like, I know this modality and this is all that I really want to do. And it's like, well, if that's all you really wish to do, then that's cool. But why are you sitting in this class right now? Put that other stuff to the side for the day. Let it go. And just be present with this energy. Oh, but it's activating this other stuff. That's cool. Let it go for today. So what can you let go of for maybe just one day at a time? Open yourself to the possibilities. And this card, interestingly, is a slow down, look at the details card once more. Okay. Thank you, Delaney. I will pop you on the list. Okay. So stay tuned. I did hear that one come through. See, here it is. Beautiful. Okay. This next one says, and it is card number 16 of this deck, It is a no. It's time to stop pushing and forcing things to happen. Whatever you're trying to create right now, the timing is off. If you're constantly hitting roadblocks, it's because you're either focusing on the wrong thing, or the person you are trying to create a business or a relationship with is either not ready or unsuitable for you at this time. You must relax and stop trying to push and force things to happen. This resistance comes from higher beings because you require to bring focus back to yourself and become aware of which aspects of you require to mature. If you continue to push, the result will be harmful. Give yourself time to focus on a new direction. This card also asks you to practice tuning in and saying no to opportunities and requests from others which compromise your integrity. This could mean letting go of relationships where you are feeling drained. You are also being asked to say no to unhealthy food and drink substances, as well as any activities that waste your time and sap your energy. You can say no with a kind heart, knowing that you are looking after yourself. Okay. So it's also, and like I said, before I started reading this card, my awareness of this card is learning how and remembering, not learning, but remembering to look at that detail, come back to your heart and go, oh, does this actually work for me? In my heart of hearts, does it work for me? That actually doesn't work. But it's looking at those finer details, those little wonky bits that come out. There's going to be lots of little wonky bits this week. So just be aware of that. Now, we have a very special card that has come out. We haven't had very many of these cards, but it is a very special one nonetheless. So let me find it first, because they are in alphabetical, which is nice. All right. So this is part of the Starseed Oracle. That is by, who is it by? Gosh. Oh, Rebecca Campbell and Daniel Noel. So this is a pretty cool card. And like I said, I love it how your team goes, and this is again another way that you can do this. So you got Star Family. You are part of a team of souls. Call in support. At some stage, we were each part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are a part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment that you meet. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You'll feel more yourself with them than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like you're looking in the mirror because, in a way, you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very deeply, regardless of how long you knew them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? If this card comes up in a spread, it's likely that you've met someone who is a part of your star family, or you're about to. Your Starseed Soul Inquiry. Who do you think is from the same star family as you, and how can you call upon them for support? So this one here, when I'm reading that, I'm also, and this may have happened for you guys as well, you might be going through, oh gosh, yes, actually that person feels like they might be part of my star family. And, we quite often talk about, I know I have 2 soul sisters. They are absolutely part of my star family. And it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating when you come across these people. I know I'm working with one. I work with one. And it was one of those moments when they first came to work with us and, worked with me directly. And I was like, I feel like I know you. I don't know how. You didn't even, you're not even from anywhere near me. But I feel like I know you. And we have quite an amazing friendship. And even just the other day, I was saying, I feel like your big sister. I don't want to think about the fact that you're young enough to be my son, but but yes. So who is your soul family, star family? Who have you already met and who are you about to meet? I think that's quite relevant. I feel like that's relevant for you. Who are you about to meet that's part of your soul family, soul star family? Interesting times for you, my dear. And calling on not only your star family for support, but also your spirit team members for support too. That's something that's interesting, and you might want to just take that into account as well. Just a thought. Just a thought. Let us have a look at your yummy cards. Move some energy there. Lovely. Acknowledge. Acknowledge how bloody awesome you are, Tamara. Acknowledge the fact that your energy, your magic, your experience is valuable to other people in the collective. There's a lot there that you are choosing to keep hidden. So it's time. It's time to open that out. And yeah, when somebody says something lovely to you and it acknowledges you, receive it. Say thank you. And let it just be. Don't try to downplay it. Don't try to minimize it. Just let it be. Don't judge yourself. Enough. Enough with the judging. And the playing small. Not allowed anymore. Or you can. It's up to you. It's called free will. Alrighty, Tamara. Thank you so much for your kind donation. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for your willingness to be here and share part of your journey with us in this way. So grateful. All right. So let me just write that down. Cool. Beautiful. Keep myself on track because goodness gracious. Let me see. Now, a sty in the eye. Let me see. Might be under E for eye. Yeah, there it is. 150. Okay. Now, this book here, not specifically this one, because this is a second edition. The original version of this book literally helped me to self-heal precancerous cells in my cervix. Okay, so that's how powerful and potent these processes can be. And this is before I actually even knew that I was a healer. I didn't cognitively know. This was back when I was about 28, and I had come out of my first marriage. Oh my God, I didn't even know I was living in Australia by this stage. And yeah, I had a lot of repressed emotions sitting down there from my time with my first husband and everything that happened afterwards. And there was a lot of wonky cells going on in there that were heading towards the direction of cancerous cells. So the stuff that's in this book is absolutely incredible. So when it comes to styes, it says feeling stuck, fearful, confused, disorientated, carrying anger and resentment from the past, constantly invalidating yourself and abandoning your resolves, can't make up your mind. The book is The Secret Language of Your Body. So yes, Ina Segal. It's absolutely fascinating and fantastic. Now, given when I had my little sty, when the gunk that was coming out my eyeball, yes, that tracks for me too. There was certainly some spots in there that were coming up to be seen. So given that it says anger and resentment, what we do is we then jump down to, because that's the physical ailments, and we jump to the section on emotions. Yes, the secret language of your body. That is correct. And just curious, which one is more pinging for you, anger or resentment from the past? If you could let me know, Delaney, which one kind of pings a little bit more? No, anger or resentment from the past. Which one of those emotions is more loud in your world? Which one kind of makes you go, oh, yeah, that tracks? Resentment. Cool. Thank you. So we go to the section on. So for any of you who are also feeling resentment, oh, this is a bit of a big one. So enjoy. Follow along. We're going to do this healing together. Okay. Resentment is so in your heart. Seeing as we're dealing with a lot of heart stuff this week, let's begin. In your heart, think of someone or a situation where you're holding a lot of resentment. And that might be a little bit confronting, but luckily you guys are at home. You're not doing this face to face like I am. Right? And this will be possibly somebody who really grinds your gears. That's a really pretty good sign that there's probably some resentment in there. You might also have resentment from from surprising places. Like when I was doing a lot of energy healing work and releasing a lot of relationships and energetically releasing and doing a healing from that, I discovered I held a big chunk of resentment towards my granddad, who I love dearly. But I was resentful because he died. Like, how fucking dare you die? How dare you leave me with the rest of my family who like don't support me like you do? So there was that feeling of slight abandonment, but mostly it was just resentment from the fact that he was no longer here. So I had to clear away that resentment for him, or rather with him. So it can come from surprising places, but in your heart, just hold that out a little bit for us to have a look at. Okay. Resentment is a deep hurt that is suppressed and unexpressed, which becomes anger. Often resentment is directed towards a family member or someone close to you. Resentment frequently comes about when you feel like you have been treated unfairly or taken advantage of. Commonly, when a person carries resentment, they hold on to it through the feelings of righteousness. They have an I'm right, they're wrong attitude, and they choose to hold on to this feeling. You may feel resentment gives you the power to hurt someone else, but in reality, it hurts you more and produces dis-ease and discomfort in your body. Long-term resentment can lead to tumors, syphilis, osteoporosis, lupus, back pain, etc. Resentment can also rear a host of negative emotions such as bitterness, hurt, fear, anger, and revenge. It creates misunderstanding and distrust. If you are unable to trust, then you can never relax, as consciously or subconsciously you are always on guard. Which totally makes sense, right? Releasing resentment. Place the hands on the part of your body where you feel resentment most intensely. Breathe into that area for a few moments and allow any emotion to rise to the surface with little resistance. Okay, so we'll just take a moment, just do a few deep breaths, focusing on that situation, the person, and allowing that to rise to the surface. Just allow it to come up. All right. And here's the process. I'll do this slowly so that you can repeat after me. So say this out loud. Okay. Divine healing intelligence, using the orange-red flame of purification, please dissolve all resentment, suppressed anger, hurt, injustice, distrust, and feelings of righteousness from my cellular memories, emotions, mind, and energy field. Free me from all resentment I carry towards, put that person's name in there, and release any resentment or animosity they carry towards me. I ask that all negative and heavy energy associated with resentment now dissipate and vanish from my life. Thank you. And what Ina now suggests you do is to repeat the word clear. So you go clear, 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 until you feel lighter. Okay. I do mine slightly differently. I use a different modality to just speed that process up, but I don't tend to do that particular part online. If any of you are familiar with Access Consciousness, do the clearing statement now. Now you can release your hand from that area. Observe the orange-red flame move through your body, your mind, emotions, and energy field, and begin to dissolve all the negative thoughts, words, feelings, memories, and images associated with that particular person, place, or experience that has bound you. If you feel you are ready to forgive this person, then we can do the forgiveness process. So let's do the forgiveness process just to finish this off, okay? Just give that other process a chance to complete. That beautiful orange-red light just moving through your body, moving through your mind, your subconscious and conscious mind. Beautiful. The forgiveness process. Picture or think of the person you are now ready to forgive. Remember you are doing this process more for yourself than for anyone else. When you forgive, you are forgiving or letting go of the destructive emotion. This does not mean that you condone any harmful words or actions from this person. You are just letting go of the pain or discomfort it is causing you. Okay? Now, again, repeat after me. Hi, Judy. Divine Healing Intelligence, I call on the blue-white flame of forgiveness to assist me to let go of all harmful ties between me and whoever your person is. Please release all the resentment, anger, hurt, distrust between us. Dear person, whoever it is, I forgive you for, and then you've got to state what it is that you forgive them for. Okay. And then I ask you to forgive me for whatever it is that might be relevant here. Perhaps you've, blown up at them or whatever it is, okay? I ask that all harmful energies be dissolved by the blue-white flame of forgiveness, purifying our hearts and minds, freeing us wholly. Please fill us with divine love and compassion. Thank you. And now focus on your heart and imagine all of that resentment is releasing from your heart and soul, allowing the blue-white flame to dissolve all the harmful ties between you and the other person and purify your heart and soul. When the density is released, focus on filling your heart with divine love and compassion. You may require to do this process several times in order to experience complete forgiveness. Okay. So that's an example of some of the ways of how to use Ina's book. She has other processes that are, more towards the start of the book, where it'll go through kind of like we did at the beginning. And then it'll say emotions to work with, say stress, fear, overwhelm, low self-esteem. Or you might like to work with different colors like purple, indigo, violet. In this particular one, which is about the sinuses. And so then you go to the other parts of the book where those are relevant. So it's a very comprehensive book. And a lot of people just do the first part of the process, but they won't work with the specific emotions. I know I've been guilty of doing that too, because for a while there I didn't realize. And it wasn't until I was watching a video from Ina that I went, oh, don't. But anyway, so the work that I was doing in the past was taking a little bit longer than it needed to. So there we go. Ina Segal's book, The Secret Language of Your Body. In case you were wondering what I was reading from, The Secret Language of Your Body. Get it. It is a beautiful, amazing healing Bible. Ina is the most beautiful, gentle, soft soul that you've ever thought you could ever meet in your life. Potent as hell, but she is just incredible. And funnily enough, it actually popped up in my memories the other day that she messaged me directly, and I was like, "What? Oh my god!" Wow. And there's like 2 degrees of separation there. She actually worked with a friend of mine. My friend was helping her with some events and things up in the Noosa area. And yeah, there's a friend of mine from New Zealand who'd moved up there. Not necessarily to be with Ina, but it just happened along the way. There we go. Quite often we do carry a lot of resentment towards different things, different people. It's got me pondering about something else. So interesting. Yes, yawning. That's a good sign. So when we're doing energetic work, quite often you might yawn, you might burp. I know those are my usual go-tos. Some people release downwards. That's not been my experience for me. Mine tends to be from the chest up. Even when I'm doing entity work and things like that, it tends to be based here. It's not gut, it's chest work, and then releasing from that way, which is really cool. All right, Edwina, my sweet, if you're floating around. That's funny. On my screen, Delaney, that looks like sideways mushrooms. But yes, exactly. Big puffs of air. I was running an energy body process on someone this afternoon, a client, and they're somebody with a very busy mind and got their brain in all sorts of things, all sorts of time, like just throughout all sorts of subjects. And and it was funny because there's this certain point when I'm running this process where even the busiest minds and the most talkative people tend to just go, and that's exactly what happened today with this client. And I was like, I've still got it. I still got it. Or rather, the body process still got it. And this person's never experienced that body process before, and it was just like so nice to see them kind of, their energy went from being quite like my favorite word, bajiggity. It's a really good word for it, bajiggity. Going from that to just being very calm and smooth energy. It's like, And then when I was leaving, they were like, I think I'm going to go have a nap. And I said, awesome. Enjoy your nap. That's really normal. Delaney, oh my God, now I'm burping. Good. I love a good burp moment. Who wishes to come play with Edwina? So who else has noticed the changes of energy out in the wild over this last couple of weeks and seen how... you're welcome, Delaney. I hope you have an absolutely lovely week to come. Oh, you've still got to do your reading yet, darling. That was a healing for everybody, not just for you. Unless that's it, you're done. I don't mind. You just gave me the opportunity, Delaney, to bring that to the world and encourage people to get that book because it's absolute gold. Is there anybody else? There is. Who is it? Interesting. Okay. Beautiful, Edwina. You've got some interesting cards coming up too. Just having a quick squiz over everything. Your overall theme is around a lot of head stuff this week. And along with that is patience. Okay. But there's, whether it be, higher up, higher self stuff, or a little bit further in here, it's all, your stuff is all up around here this week. Okay. And how you approach others, how you approach yourself, how you approach your spirit team. That's what's showing in here. Okay. So the cards that we are working with is the chakra cards, the chakra reading cards. This is from Rochelle Charman. We have spiritual awakening. Okay. So this is to do with the crown chakra. So we have pulled this card into your reality today, as it is a powerful time of spiritual awakening. The whole planet and everything on it is waking up slowly from a big, deep sleep. The ancients called it the time of awakening. Our hearts are opening and expanding into it, experience a deeper sense of love and wisdom. This time is an important rite of passage for you, and you are waking to a deeper sense of your spiritual being. Your awareness is expanding, and your connection to the wisdom of the universe is stronger than ever. Sometimes this can be uncomfortable and challenging. However, always remember that through these challenges, you have the ability to grow. You are being asked to let go of anything that is stopping you from experiencing this deep connection at present. It's time to discard old beliefs and bring in new ones that support your growth. Make sure to nurture this process by meditating, attending a weekly spiritual group, or reading books that can assist this powerful process. Your vibration and energy is moving to a more refined state of being, and you are currently receiving divine messages and healing as you deepen your spiritual awareness. This can mark a great time of change, where what you knew to be true is restructured, and a whole new understanding is birthed within you. All good things take time, so be patient with this awakening and trust the process. This card can also indicate that the question you are asking or requiring clarity on has a big connection to your spiritual growth, and the answers lie within this new spiritual awakening. Your affirmation: I embody my ancient wisdom and I am open to the divine spirit within. Okay, so like I said, high stuff. It's your crown to start off with. Okay, it's how you're connecting up and connecting with your higher self, your spirit team, all that sort of stuff. Okay. While this next one is the sacral chakra, it still feels very much thought stuff as well. Okay. Because this one is to do with relationships. How are you relating to others? How are you relating to yourself? How are you relating to your spirit team? That was the initial messages that I was getting off this, but we shall read. Okay. You have attracted this card into your awareness today, as it is a powerful time and opportunity to deepen relationships. Relationships are the way that we connect to all things in our world, not just people. This could be the relationship with yourself, your partner, your family, friends, pets, creative projects, your home, and your community. I'm just going to add another one in there. Nature, Mother Nature. How do you connect to your environment? Okay. For those things to grow, expand, and be healthy, your relationships require to be fed and nurtured. Now is a good time to see which bonds require more love and attention and assess the ones that are not healthy for you at this time. What awareness is required to shift the energy around any challenging relationships? What do you require to assess, or do you require to express for this relationship to heal? Whether this card relates to your intimate relationships or relationships in general, know that there is a great opportunity for growth and connection. Through relationships, you learn about yourself and others. They are integral and important part of your life's journey. Our relationships teach and mirror many traits back to us. Sometimes this reflection is hard to accept. However, when you are willing to see yourself honestly and work positively with your behavior, then there is a huge opportunity for growth. The key is to accept and love every aspect of yourself and set yourself free from judgment and limitation. There is an abundance of love and healing that comes with a solid, fulfilling relationship. Take time to nurture your relationships, put in the energy, and allow them to grow and expand into beautiful friendships or deeper connections. It is also a powerful time to create a long-lasting, healthy relationship with yourself and be your new best friend. Hi, Catherine. Your affirmation for this card is: my relationships are aligned with my highest good and my soul's purpose. So this card here, this relationships card, and that particular part about where our relationships often mirror what is happening within us, that is very relevant with this card for you. Where you might be having some struggles with your kids, maybe your kids are like really grinding your gears right now. Have a look. What family traits, what family pathways are they challenging you on? Just so that you don't choose to pass it on to them, or so that they don't choose to carry them on. Have a look at that, because when the kids pop up and they start challenging you in a way that's like just really, puts a massive crinkle in your world, look at that energy and see, is it actually a challenge for them, or is it a challenge for me? Is it a challenge for me to let go of whatever that behavior is or energy? It's like you have those moments where you go, oh God, I sounded just like my mother then, or oh, I sounded just like my dad then, or grandparents or whatever. And it makes you cringe. That's the stuff that our kids are definitely challenging us on right now. Those ways that we try to control, manipulate, and limit them and ourselves. That's the stuff that they are challenging us on. But they don't know how to do it in a nice way. It often comes out very abrupt. And later on, once you've done your healing and you see it for what it is, you go, well done, thank you. So be aware of that, okay? And like I said, it's still, in a lot of ways, even though that was the sacral chakra card, it's still asking you to be mindful of how you're treating others, okay? Next one. And we're way back up here now. We're going beyond the crown. We're up to, the next one is a soul star chakra. Okay. So this is your divine wisdom. So we went from spiritual awakening, which is also about wisdom, relationship stuff. And now we're going back to divine wisdom. You're a very wise lady. You have the divine wisdom of the universe available to you at all times. As you know, you are deeply connected to an expression of the divine light of the universe. This divine light has within it powerful knowledge and wisdom of the cosmos. This light is all-knowing, wise, and all-loving, intelligent light. You are reminded at this time that this wisdom is at your fingertips, that you are made up of this wisdom and it runs through your blood. You can access it at will. If you have been searching for answers and guidance from sources outside of yourself, it's now time to look inward. It's time to tune in, to connect to, and become aware of the divine wisdom that lies within. Start the calling to awaken, deepen this trust of yourself as you start to trust the wisdom that comes to you. Take a moment in a quiet place, ask your questions, and listen to the voice inside of your heart offering you the answers and the singing song of divine wisdom. The answers lie within the chambers of your own heart. Sometimes it can be challenging bypassing those crazy thoughts in your head in order to get to your heart. However, once you get that feeling in your body that everything is just right, you will know you are there. Then it is a matter of trusting the process, and as it grows stronger, use it like a muscle. It's time to flex your heart and listen to the divine wisdom it has to offer. It pulsates through every cell of your being, ready and waiting for you to awaken to its calling. Your affirmation for this card: I am aligned to the divine wisdom of the universe and it flows through me in abundance. So the other thing that I was reminded of as I was reading this card to you is tune in with your feminine awareness. You know how to do that. We've gone through that before. And practice with that more, okay? Because that's also helping you to tap into your innate divine wisdom. I've got the hiccups now. Yay. Or at least a little burp. Moving energy, right? So this is information. Again, it's coming from beyond you. It's your higher self. You're part of the collective. You've got access to your Akashic records and all that sort of stuff. It's up to you to tap in. You've got to make that, it's that thing of making space to allow it to come in. A lot of people, when they're first starting out, they find taking a few moments in the shower really helpful. Where I know for me, when I'm doing this sort of work in the shower, I actually sit on the shower floor and I just let the water come over me and just allow it to flow and then be quiet. So I'm not cleaning my body. I'm just letting the water flow, because when you're near water or in water, your channels are a lot more open to your own divine wisdom. So Sometimes for busy mums, showering is maybe one of the only times that they get to really be by themselves, if you're lucky. And it's a good time just to take a moment, even 30 seconds to a minute. Energy, you can get a hell of a lot of information and awareness in a minute. And it's just practice, and keep repeating that practice each day. Just take that moment, do some really lovely big deep breaths, and take that time and just ask to be open to the knowledge and the wisdom of your higher self. I am aligned to the divine wisdom of the universe, and it flows through me in abundance. You may even like to say that. And your second to last card is, here we go. Angels and Masters. Here we have those chakras popping up again. So definitely do the practice. I would say they're definitely encouraging you to do that practice of each day this week. Focus on, starting at the base chakra, move your way up. Do a focus each day. I'll do it. Because that message was for me too. I'm going to put reminders on my phone for the first thing in the morning. It's like red chakra day, base chakra, red base chakra, solar, sacral. Oh my God. Sacral chakra, orange, solar plexus, yellow, heart, green, throat, blue. Third eye is indigo, and crown is violet. And that's what I'm going to be doing after the end of this show. Okay. Angels and Masters, which is your soul star chakra. So again, we're back to the soul star chakra, which is the same as the previous one. You have called this powerful card into your awareness today to remind you that the angels and ascended masters are with you at this time, including your soul team, your spirit team. We all have loving beings from the spirit world guiding and offering wisdom and healing as we take our life journey. At different times, angels come in to assist and offer specific messages and guidance. You may have been experiencing difficulties and challenges of late, and the angels want you to know that you are not alone and that they are doing everything in their power to assist you from the spirit world. You are also being guided at this time by the Ascended Masters. The Ascended Masters are souls that resonate on higher vibrational plane of existence and hold within them the divine power, love, wisdom of the universe. They have individual jobs to fill in the universe and have unique energies and gifts to share and offer. For example, Mother Mary holds and resonates the energy of divine love and compassion. You may like to find out more information on the Masters and tune into your spirit to see who is guiding you at this time. You also have archangels around you. The archangels are powerful light beings that are here to guide you and assist you in your life right now. You are encouraged to take a little time out from your everyday world and go within to connect to these beautiful, loving guides that have an abundance of love and wisdom to share with you. Know that they have your back and that you have nothing to worry about. You are blessed and protected always. Your prayers have been answered and you are not alone. Take a moment to hand over any stress or concerns to the angels and masters for transmutation and fill your heart and mind with the love and healing that is offered in return. Your affirmation, angels and masters guide my way with love, truth, and integrity. So that's a beautiful card. And certainly, wow, as I was reading that, the points where it was saying you are not alone, I'd just like to say, Edwina, you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. You've got Mother Earth under your feet. You've got Father Sky above you. Your spirit team is always with you. And I can guarantee if you were to reach out to a couple of trusted people, you would see you are not alone. And I know that point of view of being a burden and not wishing to be a burden to your greatest friends, though, those ones that you have that deep heart soul connection with, you are not a burden, not in any way, shape or form. So please open your waha and allow yourself to be seen and heard. Okay, even if it is just with the angels, even if it's just with your spirit team. And the other card that we have for you is this beautiful little one. It is from Reflections of Nature. And there's no book to do with this one. It just says, be patient and content with things the way they are now. Okay. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And remember the grace of the beautiful seahorses throughout your week. Okay. You've got this. Energetic spiritual growth and healing can be very challenging. And when you're a very busy person, you know, working and mom and wife and all of that sort of stuff, whew, very, very full on. And this is a really interesting card. Throughout all of this, remember, joyous. Find your joy. Find those spots where you can have fun. Find those places within you where you can giggle and laugh and just enjoy your time on this amazing planet, because your time here is short. Okay. Edwina, I adore you. Thank you very much for your super kind donation. I'm incredibly grateful for you. And I hope that this week to come you find some peace. And also note that if you don't choose to do any of this energetic work, your body might show it. It might get cramped up. It might get a little bit tight. You might get a lot of headaches. You might get, considering there was a lot of like higher and head, like this area cards, if you're not leaning into that, you might find yourself having a little bit of trouble this week. Okay. And that's not set as a threat or anything like that. It's just a little bit of a heads up, because I know I've done the same thing. I've had heads up and just completely ignored it in the past and gone, why am I feeling so out of whack? And then I realized, 24 hours later, oh yeah, I had that heads up from whatever. And you're like, damn it, should have listened. You're so welcome, Edwina. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very grateful for you. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it. Appreciate the compliment. All right. Okay. Delaney, you had a question. What is your question, my dear? If anybody is wondering what's in my cup today, anything general. Okay, cool. I have a really cool concoction here. I have I think it's a puka 3 mint with the puka 3 ginger with tulsi tea and nettle tea. So it's a good brew today. It's a very complex brew, but I'm loving it. Okay, who would like to come and play with Delaney today? Oh. Cool. I'm getting quite the little pile over here today. It's kind of nice. Love it, love it. How cool is that? We're going to get another, here in South Australia, I don't know about anywhere else, we've got another public holiday coming up soon. Yay! Love it. Ooh, while I have you all, who has travelled to Tasmania? Has anybody travelled to Tasmania? Let me know in the chat below. Yes, Roslyn. Yay. I was wondering where you were going to pop up. So, yes, I got your thing. You are next on the list, my dear. There we go. There, Delaney stepped in. Cool. Oh, did you? All right. Delaney, can you list your top 5 places that you would recommend to go and see or go visit? What would be your top 5 recommendations? I'm not super into like the hardcore touristy stuff. I don't imagine there would be a lot of hardcore touristy stuff down there. I'm a little bit quirky. I like historical things. I actually really love, in a weird way, going to like graveyards and things like that, because I find graveyards very fascinating. I don't know that Simon's overly interested in graveyards, but but there is certainly the things that I'm really looking forward to is like the forest, the bush, but the forest, the lakes, the mountains, just being in that beautiful nature, which I seriously miss. Melinda said no, but it's on the list of I want to go to's. Awesome. Port Arthur, yeah. Oh, cool, because it's on here, so I'll be able to write it down afterwards. Yay. Sheffield, Latrobe. There's more places, but I'll Google them after my reading for you. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. There are so many people that go, oh, yeah. I'll go here, here, and here, but nobody writes it down for me. And I'm quite often doing something else or whatever. And I'm just like, I can't. Please write it down. Then I can write it down, and then I can compile all these beautiful lists from these wonderful people and with their experience and go, right, cool, now we can create an itinerary. Anyway, so along with doing a special focus on each of your chakras, you might find that your solar plexus chakra gets a little bit of extra attention this week, okay? It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways, okay? So remembering where the solar plexus chakra is, that is a lovely, lovely one that is there. Where's the person? So it's like above the belly button. area, sort of in that softy bit between your belly button and the ridge, like the up part of your ribs. It's in that spot. So your solar plexus. People who are having a lot of trouble with digestion and things like that often have solar plexus stuff going on, where they might be having some blockages and things. So I'm also getting with that, as I'm tuning in a little bit more deeply, be aware of what you're eating this week. Okay. And particularly around the full moon on Tuesday, because that's when you've also got the next eclipse happening, and it's the closing off of the eclipse. So just be aware of those. Okay. Your next card that we've got is, if you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make this world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your requirements. Interesting. Will it? Yeah, I get it. Energetically, that's true. The energy to get up and do stuff, the motivation is sometimes what we lack. Yeah. So when we do this, then when we focus on service, if you get nervous, focus on service. It's like, get up and do something, basically. Don't let your judgments or your anxiety or anything stop you from doing what you require to do. Something that came up in that 3-day summit thing that I was talking about earlier was the healing summit. There was a lot of people asking, how do I get myself to stop having anxiety attacks? And I can't remember which person was talking about it, but they were saying, you don't stop yourself from having anxiety attacks. You allow it to go through to finish, to completion. So I know that's true from work that I did more than 15 years ago. And it's been scientifically proven that so often we let our more heavy, dark, negative, if you want to put any of those adjectives on it, energies or emotions, we get them stuck. So if you are feeling anxious about anything or nervous about something, put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, just feel into the energy for 90 seconds. That's it. Just count to 90. Allow it to go through to completion without adding any story, without going, I'm feeling this because blah, blah, blah. No. Just pause, give yourself that 90 seconds, allow that to go to completion, and then you'll be able to move forward with a lot more ease. Okay, then you'll be able to get motivated because you won't be allowing yourself to be held back by those energies. So indigo, and this says the person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural born leader. So quite often, what I love about this card, right, is that's a beautiful, which one is the one with the wings? Alicorn, unicorn, Pegasus, I think, is the one with the wings. And you wouldn't think to put even just a regular horse in a teeny tiny little trolley like that. All right. So where are you trying to stuff yourself, this amazing, beautiful, powerful creature that you are, into a teeny tiny little cart, trying to rely perhaps on someone else or something else to pull you through. It's like, you don't have to do that. You've got wings and you can let them fly. Wow, this is bringing up some energy for you. Jeepers creepers. Cool. So everywhere that you're struggling with your current forms and structures and not allowing yourself to heal for whatever reason, perhaps that's something you require to work on this week. Okay. And particularly on your masculine side. You're going into too much thinky, stinky stuff, too much form and structure. And you're not allowing your feminine side, you're not allowing the balance between your feminine and your masculine. Okay. That was interesting. Smack. Oh, boy. And then we've got Goddess, which is express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. Like, seriously, this card is absolutely freaking gorgeous. And again, it's about bringing balance. So this week, with all of the planetary energies and everything, you're going to be challenged a lot to bring your feminine back into balance. Okay. And yes, you do require to get into your feminine side. My face felt it. So interesting times for you. It's going to be an awesome week. Allow yourself to lean in, allow yourself to receive. Maybe do some more research into what feminine means to you. For the longest time, while I was deep in my masculine side, I had this point of view that feminine meant that I had to be like pathetically like, well, I can't do anything. Can you please help me? Because I can't do anything. Oh my God, I'm going to break a nail. It's not that at all. It's not. But I had a point of view that that's what being feminine was. And being, a precious petal princess. That's what I thought being feminine was. And it took a lot of healing. It took a lot of beautiful connections with other women who are very potent people to realize that being in your feminine is not about losing your independence. It's not about losing your strength. It's not about becoming subservient. It's about knowing how to receive. When we're in our masculine, we're pushing that energy out all the time, but we're not receiving. Learning to receive was one of the greatest gifts I gave my feminine side. Okay. And that also meant receiving from Mother Earth, from Father Sky, receiving from the lessons and the mirroring that was happening around me. It was about acknowledging the fact that when I was sitting in my masculine, I was actually slightly bringing in those energies of narcissism. I was perpetrating that with being hyper independent. And therefore, in my hyper independence, I was also micromanaging, and I was, and like if something wasn't done to my standard or my perfection standard, I would redo it. which rather than retrain someone to do it to the standard that I would like. I'm much better with that now, but I can acknowledge that that was definitely part of my history. And when I came up against people who were being narcissistic and stuff like that, and that controlling, manipulating kind of energies, it really irritated me a lot because it showed me where I was doing that to myself. And then I also learned that I was being a little bit like that with my business as well, and the energy of my business. And that almost broke my heart when I realized I was doing it to the business itself. I was like, no, I'm so sorry. So just be aware and start asking yourself, what does being feminine mean to you? For me, it's also about having fun. It's about bringing the lightness into a space. It's about making connections to people, reaching out and saying hi, thinking of you and I love you. That's when I'm sitting in my feminine, and leaning more into that space. Being here. This is me being in my feminine. Imagination. There we go. Your team has given you a clue. So use your imagination. You'll figure it out. Okay. Thank you, Delaney. Thank you for your beautiful, kind donation. I'm so grateful for you. And I allowed my partner to buy a return flight to see them this week. Haven't seen him for 8 months. Wow. And good work. Yes. Allow them to do stuff like that. That's really important. That's a long time to not see them. It'll be a very lovely, happy reunion, I'm sure. Enjoy. Alrighty. Oh, Marat stepped into the house. Lovely. You're welcome, Delaney. Thank you for being here. Okie dokie. Rosalind, my sweet. What is your question, Miss Rosalind? Okay, is Rosalind's cards over here somewhere? Nope. Rosalind. Where has Rosalind gone, I wonder? Let me just check up here. All right. I'm gonna save that one and save that one. Cool. Saving those little messages so that I can put them on my Tasmania list. Tasmania to see list. Okay. Have we got a Rosalind in the house? She disappeared on me. Okay, let me just see where she was. Yep, she was on YouTube. Cool. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Okay. Who's the ding-a-ling-a-ling me? Okay. Well, you're not that important. Okay. Card got stuck at the bottom. And we don't put those ones. Okay. Gotta love reading. If you could travel anywhere in the world, I'd love to know, where would you like to travel to? General question for everybody while I'm pulling these cards for Rosalind. I have Tasmania booked already. That's going to be in April. And then I have Canada in August. So there might be the odd little interruption to our show during those months. I have yet to plan out how I'm going to do things. It might be a more basic show. We will see. Okay. Oh, Rosalind would love to go back to Venice. That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay. This is what I was wanting to double check on. Okay, so what I did for you, Rosalind, is I actually pulled out some tarot. And that's why there's the big long pauses. So I apologize for the dead air as such. Because with this comes a few different things coming through. So it's a 5-card spread. And there are, if you've ever worked with tarot and you ask for things like, what does Rosalind require to know about this relationship with this person? And also tell me, is it a yes or a no? And so the cards have done a really good job with that. If you get more reverse cards as far as the yes no goes, it means no. If there's more upright cards, it means yes. Okay, so with your spread, you got 3 reversed cards out of 5, which means there's a higher likelihood that it's not going to go the way that you would like, unfortunately. To explain more, first of all, we have the reversed Emperor card. And so as I was looking at that, I was like, okay, so what are you trying to show me here? And the message that I immediately got is you're placing this person above you. You're not actually allowing yourself to feel grounded. You've put them up on a pedestal, and that it's like you've made them to be a lot bigger than what they are. And as a result, you're feeling very top heavy. The energy of it feels really top heavy, and it's like it's not very grounded energy at all. So that's part of it. And the next card that we've got here, which is upright, is the Ace of Wands. Now, the way it comes out in the reading, to me, it looks like this. Okay, and when you're doing tarot, and often when you're doing oracle cards as well, you look across the story of the cards as well. So this is kind of like what I'm getting is this is the indication of you. Now, Wands is all about spiritual growth and possibilities. And when I see a little fluffy cloud like this, it's like, oh, it's all the possibilities. So it's like, it's almost like you're extending the orange branch, the olive branch of possibilities. You've sort of fallen in love with the possibility of this bloke or this person, right? And they may or may not even be on the same page as you, because you've kind of gotten yourself into your mind and you're sort of floating with the clouds a little bit around it. You're not perhaps seeing the full picture of who they be and what impact they may or may not have in your life, positive or negative. You're like, it's a bit too floaty. So spiritual growth for the Ace of Wands, this is going to teach you a lot. This particular interaction is going to teach you a lot. It's going to teach you a lot about boundaries. It's going to teach you a lot about seeing things for what they truly are rather than what you would like them to be. Okay. The next card that we've got, which is also a reversed card, is the Page of Swords. Now, the swords is about intellect, and it is when we're talking the page is the one that is very young, naive, just still sort of learning to walk, so to speak. And the Page of Swords being reversed is, again, it's that immature energy. And the way that it is appearing is as if we look at it this way, if this is you, right, the imagery of you, and then this is them, they're looking away from you. They're not even looking towards you whatsoever. And so again, with it being a no, more of a no than a yes, it's not saying it's impossible, and I'm not saying that it can't be something that might happen. This, though, is saying that it's more unlikely. It's more unlikely because they're too busy doing their own thing. They're too busy floating off, slaying dragons and taking names and having fun of their own accord. All right. So there's that. The next card that we've got is the Ace of Cups. And Cups is all about emotions. That's why it's a lot of water energy. And with this one here, it's like, again, we're seeing a lot of possibilities with this lovely little fluffy white cloud here. And there's this outpouring of energy from you, this outpouring of emotions from you going, but can't you see? Can't you see that there's this possibility that we could be so amazing together? And along with that comes the next card. Because like there's just, if we hold that card and the next card together, so the previous card, you see, we've got the page here looking towards the cups, and you're like going, see, isn't this just such an amazing possibility here? Isn't this something that could be really, really great? Okay, so that sort of feels a bit like what it seems, that's how it's showing up in the cards anyway. Okay, then we go to the next card, the fifth card, which is a reversed card once again. And we have the Four of Swords. It's reversed. So when I'm looking at this one, it's like that's a really precarious position for somebody to be in, right? Where they're literally hanging over the top of three swords. And they've got one to defend themselves with. And in the stained glass window down here, there is an image of helpfulness, and like there's a matriarch and a child, and the child's like, oh, hey. But the important thing for you to note is these three swords here are indicators of where you might get hurt. Okay, because they're all above the upper part of the body. So given that we have it sitting this way, okay, so you have the cups and then that swords card, that's where that changes the meaning of the cups slightly to go, this is possibly going to be a hurtful moment for you. You're not allowing yourself to be strong and powerful in your own right. You haven't necessarily found your peace yet. And I would highly recommend that this is the perfect time, given how you've got these two ace cards coming out. This is the perfect time for you to tap into and do some healing of your own. Tap into where is your trauma. Tap into those spaces and get some help with that stuff. Learn about polyvagal theory. There is a lovely little book. It's only thin. It's maybe half an inch thick. And it is called Polyvagal Theory. And I think it's Securing Yourself in Safety or something like that. It's by Deb Dana. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you get that book, do the exercises, do the journaling prompts, do that internal work. Because at the moment, this is not going to work out to be a very healthy relationship for you. There's going to be a lot of you making yourself less than to try and secure him or them. And it's not going to be a very balanced relationship at all. So I admire your very big, beautiful, open heart. I can see that here. I can see that so beautifully. Yes, you are aware of a past life connection. Doesn't mean that you will have this life connection. Okay? It might be coming up now for you to cleanse and clear, do some cord cutting and root removal to clear the pathways for you both moving forward. Quite often in other lifetimes, we have made oaths and vows that are tying us together across many lifetimes that are no longer relevant. And that's sometimes why we connect with people. So that in this lifetime particularly, because this lifetime is all about clearing the decks, getting rid of all those old energies that are no longer needing to be there. Okay, so I don't think in any of the connections that I've had so far that they haven't been some form of past life connection as well. And the more I'm aware of it, sometimes it's been quite a brutal past life connection sometimes, and that's why we've connected this lifetime to, just wind up that karma. So just be aware of that too. Okay. Quite often people get stuck on things like soulmates and twin flames and stuff like that, rather than asking the question, truth, does this actually work? Is this going to create more in my world? And truth, is this going to create more in 1,000 years? Because you're not going to be around in 1,000 years, but your energy will be. Okay. Your yummy card is tenderness. Okay. This whole thing takes you to a very tender spot. And there's a lot of healing and growth that this is going to start encouraging you into. I could give you a heap of stuff to work through, loads of books and things. I would start off with the polyvagal theory though. Okay. Thank you so much for your kind donation, Rosalind. I appreciate you reaching out, and I hope that this gives you a little bit of direction and allows you to move into a greater space of empowerment and kindness for yourself. Thank you. Okay. We haven't done any tarot for a little while. Now, Marit, I've been waiting to see if you would pop back in because there was a lovely little donation that you put in a couple of weeks, but I'd already finished the show by the time that came through. So, Marit, I can absolutely do a little bit of a reading for your son. And would you like something for yourself as well? Because you've put in an extra one for today. So let me know if that's something that you would like. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I just love that. And thank you, Delaney, for that list. I appreciate it. I have popped it off to the side so that I can write it down afterwards. So thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. We're going to do some pendulum work for Marit / Jonas. All right. Who wishes to come and play? Cool. Work on yourself first, Rosalind. You'll be right. All right. Show me a yes, please. Show me a no. Cool. So, truth for Jonas. Truth, what will create more? Truth, will it create more if Jonas goes and gets a job? Interesting. That's a no. Truth, will it create more if he continues to study? I know you guys can't really see that, but it's kind of like going a little bit around in circles. There it goes. It's really going around in circles now. So it's kind of like, yeah. So, truth, what will it create if Jonas goes abroad? That's a very clear yes. Cool. That's exciting. That's exciting. So, Truth, I'm going to ask those three again, but in a slightly different way. So, Truth, what will it create in 1,000 years' time if Jonas goes abroad? Truth, what will it create in 1,000 years' time if he does not go abroad? That's a very clear no. All right. So even for what it will create in 1,000 years' time through, and the reason why I ask that is it's about the energy, whether he has children or not. It's about also his next lifetimes and things like that. Okay. So he's going to experience some stuff going abroad that he wouldn't get if he was just studying and in a job. So Truth, what will it create in 1,000 years if he continues to study? Truth, again, it's going around in circles. So it's acknowledging that, Jonas, you will get some benefit from studying, but it's kind of like a ho-hum thing, right? So Truth, what will it create in 1,000 years if Jonas does not continue to study? Interesting. It's a yes, but it's a very slight yes, because there is acknowledgement there that you will always be learning. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you will continue to learn and study. It's just how you choose to do that moving forward. So, Truth, what will it create in 1,000 years if Jonas goes and gets a job? It's a no. Truth, what will it create in 1,000 years if Jonas does not get a job? Yeah, that's a yes. I was like, okay, I got to ask one more question though. I've just got to ask one more question. So, Truth, what will it create if Jonas gets a job so he can fund his travel overseas? That's a yes. It's a little yes, but it's a yes. So, what I would be looking at is, number one, if you do decide to go abroad, how are you going to fund that? And make sure that you've got enough money sitting behind you so that if anything happens, you're okay. And with that, it's like, if you do get a job, it's not going to be forever job. It's this is money to save to go traveling. This is my travel money so that I can have a greater life experience. And then after you've done a bit of traveling, who knows where you might end up. And then like you can have some absolutely incredible experiences. My partner's dad, he got the travel bug when he was in his teens, and he has a room that has all sorts of little trinkets and things, memories, things like, and some very, very expensive stuff in there too from all around the world. And he has it as his, like, it's a memory room really. And it's this, he's got a million stories to go with all the things in that room. And it's so cool. And it has gifted him so much in his life to be somebody who traveled a lot. So If you have the ability and you have the means to go traveling and then maybe work and travel at the same time, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So, yeah. Okay. So I hope that helps, Marit. I hope that helps your son, and see how he goes with that. So Marit, now to tidy up the payment from last time. What question do you have for you? We'll see which way we go, what tool we use. Oh, wrong person. I'll be with you in a minute, Christine. You're after Marit. So if, when Marit jumps back in and lets me know her question, she might be writing right now. Okay. Will you get a job soon? Question, do you desire to have a job? Secret squirrels, do you? Okay, show me yes. Show me no. Lovely, thank you. So truth. Will Marit secure a job in the next 6 weeks? Truth. Will Marit secure a job in the next 6 months? That's a yes. So within the next 6 months, let's see if we can get it a little bit finer. So truth, will Marit secure a job in the next 3 months? Nope. Truth, will Marit secure a job in the next 4 months? Truth, will Marit secure a job in the next 5 months? Here we go. Truth, will Marit secure a job within the next 4.5 months? Okay. So between 4.5, 5 months' time. Interesting. I do not desire a job, but I would like to work with people. Okay. So that one there, have you considered, if you can financially afford not having a specific job, have you thought about voluntary work? Because that way it's a job, but it's working with people. And it can be very rewarding, So yeah, if it's a financials and stuff like that, certainly, like, you'll have something in the next 4.5 to 5 months, if that's what you desire to have. If you don't desire to have it, you'll subconsciously muck it up. You'll go to your interviews and you'll muck it up. And you'll put out the energy of, I actually really don't want this job, and they won't give it to you. So that's why I'm asking truth. Do you actually desire a job? Because if you don't actually truly desire a job, you won't get it. And that's the truth about the law of attraction. Isn't it great? So yeah, 4.5, 5 months, if you do choose to follow through on that one. Okay. Thank you so much, Marit. I'm so grateful for you. And yeah, consider if you're able to financially cope without being in a formal, normal job, go do some voluntary stuff. Like, there's so many all around the world. There are so many different organizations that would really appreciate another set of hands. Honestly, if I was not working my Monday to Thursday, I would definitely be out doing voluntary stuff. There is a lot of organizations that are floating around here that I would love to be able to contribute to. But I don't have the time right now to do that. So I have other things that I do instead. Yeah, definitely. It's good for people skills and all of that too. So even for your son, if he's not necessarily going to go get work, I would encourage him to go do some voluntary stuff to help him with just sharpening up some of those people skills. And it's good. It's good. It's something that I did a lot of voluntary stuff when I was young, and helping out my family and things that they were in, stuff that they were involved in. And I was around a lot of adults when I was young, and it was good. It was good. It helped me a lot developing my customer service and my people skills. Otherwise, I could see that I would have possibly been quite a shy one growing up. So yeah, fun times. Thank you so much, Marit. I'm grateful for you, and thank you to you and your son for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful week. Alrighty, Christine. Okay. So Christine said there's a little bit of a typo. She doesn't wish to lose what her mum has left her. So let us have a quick squiz at the cards. The question is, which cards? Which cards? I'd like to go and play with Christine. Apparently, we are due for some rain here. And we've already had some really, really big dumps of rain up in sort of the edge of South Australia, up into the desert areas of Northern Territory and stuff like that. they had a lot of big dump of rain around this time last week, if I recall correctly, and they had a lot of road washouts and stuff like that. But they're really, really happy to get rain. So they haven't had a lot over the last little while. So, but we're apparently going to get it down here this weekend, and there's a part of me that kind of goes, yay, because we really, all our farmers down this way are very, very much crying out for rain. It's always very dry here in the summer anyway, but it's nice to have a bit of rain for sure. Cool. You're quite possibly correct, Christine. So here are the cards. So this is what you require to know about this stuff going on. Okay. This is using Ina Segal's Heal Yourself Oracle. I know you've been around for a while, you know that when this set of cards comes out, buckle up, because it's about to get a little bit brutal. We've got self-sabotage as your very first card. So become conscious of how your inner saboteur functions. You are about to sabotage a big opportunity. Now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on why you are unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. When you can connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities in relationships which could make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from that which is meaningful to you, with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you cannot succeed and experience love and joy which would fulfill you. On the lighter side, the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition and help you to listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potentially dangerous situation from an exciting one. Okay, so your very first card, number 2, if you wish to write it down. Yes, it is time for you to stop self-sabotaging. It's time for you to stop allowing that situation to prevent you from moving forward with your life. Okay. The next card. The 3 cards here are very, very interesting. Okay. Your next card is number 4, which is sexuality. Sexuality is a natural part of life. Embrace and enjoy your intimate, sensual, passionate nature. Take time to explore your sexuality. How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel sexy, attractive, and happy with your body? Or are you judging yourself harshly? You require to let go of any old feelings of hurt, shame, or guilt in relation to your sexuality. If you are in a relationship, you require to bring some romance back and spice things up. In order to make sex an incredibly fulfilling, seductive, exhilarating, and orgasmic experience, you require to let go of your defenses and fears of being intimate with your partner. Relinquish control and dive into unguarded, ecstatic, blissful passion. Be creative, communicate with your lover, and find new and exciting ways to thrill each other. All right. So there is a really lovely action to go with that. And what I'm seeing with this is it's not even necessarily the relationship that you have with your partner. This is about how you feel about yourself and getting out there and doing things that make you feel just like, I got that in a bag of fucking chips. Like just those moments where you just feel yourself. And sometimes that happens because, we're feeling the vibes after having, a really yummy, delicious sexual experience. Other times it's stuff like, I remember one day when I was just really feeling myself, I was dressed up and I went out to a lunch with a female friend of mine, and we were sitting there and she got me a cup of coffee, and I tell you what, I ended up having what I called a coffee-gasm. It was the best coffee up until that point that I had ever had. Like no barista before that person had ever made a coffee that good. And I literally sat there and I was just like, oh, it was very much a Harry Met Sally moment, right? And my friend's looking at me going, are you okay? And I'm like, oh, I tell you what, that's just. And she goes, did you want another one? I said, oh, no. I don't want to, what if the same person doesn't make that coffee, like the second coffee? I don't wish to destroy this deliciousness that's going on in my mouth and my body right now by having a substandard coffee. Because I didn't know who'd made it. So we can find these beautiful orgasmic moments outside of the bedroom. Think about when you hop out of the shower, even when you're in the shower, right? Do you take the time to gently nourish your body and slowly, gently, clean yourself? When you hop out of the shower, do you just go with the towel and just right, okay, done? Or do you take your time? Do you really look at each of your body parts and just show them some love with your gaze? That's the sort of energy it's talking about here. It's talking about orgasmic living. And when you're in that space of orgasmic living, the smallest things can feel so delicious. Even down to a cool breeze can feel delicious on the skin. When you put your face creams or anything like that on, just take your time, be gentle with it, and love and nourish your body. Okay. Coffee. I've had one since that was close, but not the same. And that was made with a barista up at the Virginia Gardens. The first one was at the Cooper's Ale House in Jeps Cross. See? And this is going back years ago. I still remember. All right. And here we go. Here's the last part of this. Your inner child. Okay. So you were asking about stepping back from your dad's situation, right? This is helping you. This is giving you some tools so that you can do it with a bit more ease. Your inner child is urging you to lighten up a little, get out of your comfort zone and have fun. In order to be healthy, we must engage our imagination, creativity, and spontaneity. When was the last time you did something spontaneous, intuitive, and outrageous? When and with whom did you feel uninhibited, relaxed, and completely comfortable with to be yourself? Your inner child can be your strongest ally or your biggest foe. It can assist you to heal childhood pain, rejection, loneliness, and abandonment. It can take you on an exciting adventure, help you become more confident, daring, original, and bold. Or it can make you behave in childish ways, bringing up anxiety, fear, and suspicion. This card beckons you to heal your childhood pain and discover your independence, compassion, creativity, talents, and joy. A healthy inner child can help you to connect to your integrity, divinity, and purity. It believes in miracles and creates magic in your life. Now, my inner child, she comes out when I get to do energy healing swaps with my friends, when I get to indulge in nature, when I, like after my show, every time just about, unless it's pouring with rain or lots of cloud cover, I go outside and I look up at the stars, and if the moon's out, I look at the moon, and I really enjoy that moment. That's my inner child coming out to play, especially the one at nighttime, because when I was young, it was like, no, you go to bed. You don't look out at the stars at nighttime. You go to sleep. So part of my inner child just loves the fact that as an adult, I can go outside at 11 or 12 o'clock at night and look up at the stars. Like, wow, so amazing. And because of where I live, it's fairly quiet. So I enjoy that part too. I love watching nature at work. I love the rainbows and listening to the pretty birds and the funny silly things that people or I do. When I get excited and I bounce around and I'm like, oh, guess what I learned today? Oh, guess what? That's part of my inner child coming out to play, because I love sharing the things that I've done or seen or experienced in a day. I get really excited and I love that. I know when my inner child is not out to play because I stop noticing those things and I get serious and I just do what I got to do. I come home, I do the washing, or I prepare for the next day, or whatever it is. It's like, it's just burp, 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 humdrum. So find those spots where your inner child could come out to play. It's not necessarily about sitting down with a canvas and finger painting. It's not necessarily that at all. But it's finding those spots where you can bring that joyousness out. And the more you do that, the easier it's going to be to sort of step back from your dad stuff. Okay? So in doing that process also, what I'm getting is that you're going to allow the pathways for your mum's stuff to keep coming towards you. Okay? Because you're remaining open. Whereas if you go down and just do the humdrum and don't allow your inner child to play, you're going to bring your self-sabotage up to play. And the self-sabotage is what's going to stop you from receiving your mum's stuff. Okay? Wow, I need to take my time. I rushed through thinking military next routine. Thank you. You're welcome. You're so, so welcome. Yeah, gentleness, tenderness. It was one of the first little techniques I learned when I was first on my feminine journey, was take time in the shower, take time in the bathroom, take time with nurturing and nourishing my body. Do I still do those times where it's like, oh shit, I'm running out of time, and it's just like, quick, get up out of there. Respect is your yummy card. Okay, it's respect for you, respect for your body, respect for your energies, respect for your feminine side, respect for your inner child, respect just all around. Okay, love it. Okay, You're so very welcome, Christine. I hope that helps. I really, truly do. I know it's been a tough time for you, and it's a challenging situation for sure. So I certainly appreciate you coming on here and getting a little bit more guidance around how you can contribute to yourself. Gosh, these cards are so gorgeous. I love them. See, the edges are pink. Isn't that gorgeous? Alrighty, let us do our meditation. I've got to have some fluid first though. Require some. Okay, we haven't done any chakra work for a little while. So given that we are having a very interesting week coming up, I think we're going to do just a little kickstart into your chakra journey this week. And that's sort of what's been tugging at me. There's been a couple of cards that have come out tonight that have been along the same themes. So let us do that and enjoy some nice relaxing time together and enjoy our chakras. Gotta love them. All right. So we'll do our expanding out tool first, and just to give you guys a little booster on that one as well. And at the very least, if that's the only thing you do, you'll do yourself a big favor for the days and for the day to come. Okay. Close your eyes now and take a big deep breath in, all the way down to the bottom of your belly, and then take a big deep breath out. Beautiful. Taking another big deep breath in, bring Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. And then taking a big deep breath out, bring Father Sky energy all the way down. Taking another big deep breath in, bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. And Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Beautiful. And now becoming aware of your body, how it's sitting. Just take note, but don't buy into any stories about any pains or tightness or tension in your body. Just kind of acknowledge, I see you. Thank you for showing me. And now expanding out your awareness in a big bubble all around you, up into the sky and down into the earth. Expanding out your awareness out beyond your home. Expanding out your awareness up into the sky, down into the earth, greater than the size of the country that you're on, greater than the size of the planet, greater than the size of the solar system. Expanding out your awareness greater than the size of the galaxies and greater than the universes. Beautiful. Keep your awareness nice and expanded out, focusing on your body once more. Grab your sense of allowance. and expand that out. Expanding out your sense of allowance, greater than your body, greater than your home, in a big, big bubble with you in the center. Expanding out your allowance, greater than the country that you're on, greater than the planet, greater than the solar system, greater than the galaxies. And now greater than the universes. And now greater than your awareness. And now take a big deep breath in. And breathing out. And just feel your body relax. Just so much more relaxed than you were 2 minutes ago. Beautiful. And now I'd like you to focus on the energy that's flowing up from Mother Earth and through your feet, through your legs, and through your base chakra. Just notice how the energies play together. Notice how Mother Earth naturally contributes to your base chakra, and how your base chakra responds is absolutely perfect for you. Whether your base chakra opens like a beautiful flower and starts to pulse, or whether your base chakra starts to spin like a crystal and then shines beautiful, bright, shining light out of it. Neither of them is wrong. It's just whatever works for you. So however you're seeing that energy and however it is functioning for you, some of you may even have a combination of both. You might have the beautiful flower like a lotus with the crystal red, beautiful ball of red crystalline energy in the center of the flower. That's perfectly cool too. That's totally yours. Some may see it as a crystalline energy, some others may see it as just a ball of energy. Some may even see it as that beautiful symbolic geometric pattern. Whatever it is for you, continue that theme up your body. As you now move up to your sacral and encourage that bright orange light to start shining out through whichever pathway is true for you, or a combination of all that I just mentioned. This is your time to tune in on however your chakra shows up for you. But expanding that energy, bringing it up so that it touches the base chakra energy, and then they contribute to each other. They are their own thing, their own identity, their own energy, and they contribute to each other. Beautiful. And now let's move up to the solar plexus, Yes, I did get that right. The solar plexus. Beautiful yellow. And again, opening that out, making it shine brighter. And as each of these chakras opens and shines brighter, any energies that are stuck, stagnant, locked up, or whatever in these areas start to loosen and let go, be eliminated, eradicated, dissipated, whatever is required for the pathway. Those energies will now start to leave your body. As the solar plexus shines brighter and brighter, and it gets to the point where it's starting to touch the sacral. And even though the sacral is in between the solar plexus and the base, they still contribute to each other. The energies are flowing and contributing to each other. Swirling around, bouncing along. Lovely. Now we move up to the heart chakra, that beautiful emerald green. And you feel your heart just opening out. And after doing that resentment process earlier today, you feel the lightness in your heart now. And it feels good. And you can feel the vibrations coming up through your body. You feel it moving through your back, through your spine, through your ribs. And you start to feel that energy moving up through your spinal column, through your sacred energy channels. And as your heart chakra is opening, shining brighter and brighter, that beautiful green emerald light is also contributing to the chakras below, as the ones below are also contributing to the heart chakra. And of course, as they all open and shine and bright, they get to contribute to all of your organs, your internal organs, your blood, your cells, your molecules. And of course, all your muscles and your sinews and your tendons. Now moving up to the throat, lovely blue light. And as this area opens, it may bring with it some feelings. Maybe it's feelings of joy, but it may also be feelings of sadness. Maybe some areas come to mind as you focus on your throat chakra where you haven't spoken up, where now might be the time to do so. Opening up your beautiful throat chakra area. And as you do so, allowing the other chakras to contribute to the opening, the expansion, the strengthening of this chakra. You feel your shoulders relax as your throat chakra opens. You feel your neck and throat become more fluid and limber, in full health and vitality. And wherever your arms are touching on your body, those chakras are able to contribute all the way through, from your shoulders, through your upper arms, through your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingertips. Again, if you have any pain, any tension, any stress, any worries, now is the time to just let the chakras wash all of that away from you, so your cells can return to their healthy, normal shape, their normal, healthy, cylindrical shape. Little bubbles floating around. Now coming up to the third eye. And as you open out the chakra of the third eye, that brilliant indigo light shines so brightly all the way down your face. And as it shines brightly down your face, any tension, stress from your jaw, your gums, your teeth, all just melts away. And as that third eye chakra touches the edges of the throat chakra, it's like music is playing. It's encouraging you to be open, be aware, and express your inner truth, your knowing. And now your crown chakra, gorgeous, vibrant, violet light. As this chakra starts to open, shine, turn, whatever it is for you, any energies of stress that are remaining within your brain, the top of your brain, and beyond, are now being eliminated, eradicated, and let go. Your upper chakra, your crown chakra, is also contributing to all the other 6 chakras, as is your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, your base chakra. And now, just to round it all off, we're going to add the soul star chakra, the one that's above your head, showing you what a bright, beautiful, amazing, incredible soul that you truly are. And you see it, and it is shining so, so brightly and sprinkling down energy over your entire body. Like little droplets of love, unconditional love, shining down all over you. Let those droplets of unconditional love absorb into your skin, contributing to you, contributing to your peace of mind, and helping you to not feel alone. Beautiful. Take a big deep breath now. And breathing out. And now imagine that you're standing underneath a beautiful crystalline waterfall, and the water is flowing over and through your incredible body. Any other little fragments of energy which are ready to go can now go out with the water. Beautiful. And now stepping out onto a nice big warm river rock where you feel the warmth of Mother Earth underneath your feet. Take a big deep breath in and out. Big breath in, bring Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. And breathing out, bringing Father Sky all the way down. Bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. And then Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone as you float that energy all the way down. Beautiful. When you're ready, open your eyes. Hope you have a most beautiful, amazing, incredible week to come. For self-care, please have some water now with a little bit of salt. Allow your body to relax. Take your time. There's big energies moving, and I wish you all the best, most fun, exciting things in this week to come. Get out there, do something tasty for yourself. Enjoy your life, because you know what? We're not here for that long, so you may as well enjoy it. Until next time, my beautiful friends, please be bold, be brave, be you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now.